morning, and guess who's here? Grayson over here interrupting my video again. He just couldn't wait. Good morning. Say, hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Grayson. No, I know it. Grayson wakes up in the morning. He just wants to just be all this loving and kissing. Oh, he's such a sweet doggy. And of course, you got Ginger down here chewing on her bone. So, all right. So when I purchased this house, let me get out a few numbers on this house. I purchased this house in March of 2022. At the time, I was buying this house. The market was kind of, it was what it was, and this house popped up for sale. The house had sat vacant for about 8 years. No one lived here. It was owned by a couple. Their children had gone off to college, and they had purchased a home in the city, and they had let the house kind of sit for a little while, so it was vacant. Needed some work. It was just sitting here. I purchased this house for $680,000. Came in here, did a massive renovation. At first, the house was somewhat habitable, but needed work. But the more I started looking at it, I said, let's do this. We tore walls open. We put in support beams, gutted the kitchen, put in a new kitchen, new bathrooms, new flooring, new plumbing, new electrical, new heating and air, 5 new heating and air systems. Gutters, new roofing, new driveway, landscaping, paint, new light fixtures throughout, added recessed cans throughout the first floor. Quite a renovation. So anyway, when I bought this house, people were like, why are you buying a house in the middle of this, pandemic? Everything's so expensive right now. Why are you buying this house right now? Why don't you wait and you get something, cheaper later on? Well, I paid $680,000 for the house. Y'all, I have a current appraisal on this house for $1.6 million. $1.6 million. I finished out on the top floor of this house. There was an attic area, about 2,500 square feet of unfinished space. I finished that space and made it into 2 bedrooms, a media room, a large closet, and a beautiful bathroom, storage, new heating and air on that level. This house appraised for $1.6 million. It's a house that just went up for sale today in my area for $1,750,000. Much smaller than this house. My house is 10,000 square feet, fully renovated. So my house for $1,750,000 is not renovated. It's okay, but it needs some work. They have another house listed for sale for $1 million. You got to gut everything in there. It's under contract. So the house that was $1 million, I walked through the house and said, "Ooh, boy, you need new windows, new doors, new kitchen, new baths, new every damn thing, new flooring." Somebody put that house under contract over the weekend. I'm planning to do a major renovation over there. So over here in Smoke Rise, if you can find your house in Smoke Rise, good luck. They go quick. This is a great area that's going through gentrification, a different type of gentrification, because normally when we think of gentrification, we think of older neighborhoods where black people live and white people are coming in buying houses. Well, in this neighborhood, the homes are owned by older white people. Many of the houses have been in disrepair for years. Many of these houses were vacant for years, like this house I purchased. And now we have homeowners who are coming here buying these houses and putting a lot of money into these houses. There's a lady up the street from me. She paid $750,000 for her house, and she put $750,000 into that house. She spent $150,000 in the kitchen. I was like, I walked in that kitchen, you got to see it. And I said, okay, this one. And she recognized me at Kroger. It's funny because I meet all my neighbors at Kroger. They knew who I am. I don't know who they are. But they go, oh, you're that guy about that house. Okay, I guess it's kind of not hard to see. I'm a black guy out here walking around with a shirt off, taking trash down to the street, running to the mailbox, taking trash out and doing stuff. If there was ever a neighborhood that you wanted to invest in a house, and your return would be solid, you better get over here to Smoke Rise, y'all. I'm not kidding. You can find something you can afford. Houses range over here from low 500s, maybe under 500 to and up. There was a house that sold for $385 over here recently. Needed every damn thing. No, I ain't gonna talk. But it was a gorgeous. I took Earl in there. He hated it, but I walked through the house and I loved it. I was like, I'd rather, if I was looking at a condo, if I was looking at a house, That house for $385,000. It needed everything in that house: new heating and air, new plumbing, new electrical, new kitchen. You need to rearrange the floor plan. And I told Earl we just moved the kitchen from where it was over in the corner to the center here. He's like, I had a lot of work. I don't like this house. I'm like, Earl doesn't have quite the vision I have when I walk through these houses. Sometimes I don't like going with people who don't have vision like Earl, because the house was spectacular. I saw something he didn't see. This house had sunken living rooms, this massive foyer, a wide staircase that took you to the second floor, a 2-story atrium. It was beautiful. He didn't see what I saw. All he saw was what was there. He got all that out. The reason I'm doing this video, sometimes we get caught up in these houses and we don't understand the value of them. The first day I looked at this house, the very first day I looked at this house, I knew that this house was worth at least $1 million. I knew it was worth at least $1 million, but it had to be renovated. So I knew it was worth $1 million. I didn't guess it would come back at worth $1.6 million when I finished that attic up there. So anyway, the question is, as I'm sitting here, what am I going to do with the house? Am I going to sell it? Am I going to stay in the house? Am I going to, what are my plans? I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's a very large home. So far this year, the heat and air hasn't been so bad. But I know them 100-degree the heat days are coming. It's just a matter of time before the heat rises. I know it's coming. Trash people in front of my house. Give me 1 second. I need to see what's going on in front of my house. I need the trash out there picking this trash. I wish y'all could see Ginger trying to get my coffee. She's like, what's in that coffee cup? I smell it. You don't want none of that coffee, honey. You don't want none of that coffee, Ginger. Yes, you don't. No, you don't. Anyway, I cleaned out the garage last week, and there's a bunch of stuff in front of the house. So I was hoping that was the trash people picking it up, but it's not. There's something else going on out there. I know they should have picked that. No, yesterday was a holiday, so... But they should have picked that stuff up by now. And there's a bunch of trash down there. But anyway, this house is now worth $1.6 million. And I only owe $600 on it. No, I owe $550 on this house. And, I don't know what to do. I got some ideas. I'd sell this thing and run for it. I don't know. I'm torn. I want to sell. Then at some point I'm going to say, no, I'm going to go ahead and do my pool. I'm going to do the pool installation. Speaking of such, this is my real estate agent. Give me 1 second. And that was the real estate agent who wants to list this house. And I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? I don't know. I found something in the city, a condo for $300,000. It needs work. It's a loft. It's habitable. It could be gorgeous. About 2,500 square feet. 2 bedroom, 2 bath in the city in a great area. Needs work. I think that's where I need to be. Has a rooftop deck. Just a 2-story loft. Now I would consider it a townhouse because it's an old factory building. I don't know. Those are my options. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here, y'all. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. And, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to move forward and figure out what I want to do, and where I want to go, and where I want to live. I got some ideas and stuff that I want to do. Like I said about this house, people criticized me when I purchased this house. Said, "You buying this house at the top of the market?" I paid $680. I have a current appraisal of $1.6 million. I don't know if too many people can pull that stuff off. I did renovate this house and put a significant amount of cash into this house to renovate this house. Ran up them credit cards at the same time. There are some ways you can win in the real estate market. You just got to choose the right house in the right area. Out here in this area, these homes, they're large homes. They need everything. You buy a house over here, be prepared for new electrical, new plumbing, new heating and air. I had to replace. I built 2 new bathrooms in this house. Gutted 2 of the bathrooms, 2 additional bathrooms. Gutted 2 bathrooms, built 2 new bathrooms. The kitchen, all new kitchen. Gutted it down to the studs. New flooring, new cabinets, new countertops, new appliances, new everything in that kitchen. New electrical, rearranged kitchen door. I had to put in. Spent thousands of dollars putting in support beams to open up the house and make it more open. New flooring, paint. Gutted, like I said, just a lot of work. It was not an easy renovation, but I've renovated houses before. But if you want to win, I suggest, there are a couple of neighborhoods that you can win in, but what I like about Smoke Rise is that it's a little bit further out, but it's a safe neighborhood. We have nothing going on over here. When I tell you ain't nothing going on over here, there have been a few times I left the garage door open. I was able to come back and the house was safe and fine and nobody was here. So, I don't know. I was, the house was safe. No one came in to bother the house. I had left the house open accidentally when I was renovating the house. There was stuff inside the house. When I came back the next morning, the garage door was open and the door was open. I thought, oh shit, nobody went in and touched anything. Safe neighborhood, no crime, nothing going on over here, no shootings, no burglaries, no car thefts, just a quiet, clean neighborhood, but homes that need to be substantially renovated. You come over here, you better bring 8 dumpsters with you. There was a house that closed around the corner, and literally, that day that house closed, normally, you'll see 1 dumpster at a house. They had 5 different dumpsters at that house. They were taking the roof off the house, gutting the house. I guess they said, let's get these dumpsters over here and get this stuff done. Normally, they bring in 1 dumpster, they fill it up and then dump it. But then they had 5 over there. It was that many. And I drove by there 2 days later, all the dumpsters were full. They had gutted that house. They were not playing around. They said, we're going to get this mess out of here. They actually went in that house, and I'm not sure why, but they gutted it down to the studs in the inside of that house. And they bought that house not too soon after I purchased this house, and they paid more for that house than I paid for my house. And they went in there and gutted it, and I've been meaning to drive by there to see how the renovation was. But when the last time I drove by there, they were testing out colors on the exterior of the paint. It was a brick house. All these houses, most of these houses are brick over here. This house was built in 1972. So altogether, this house built 1972. It sits on 2.5 acres, and it's 10,000 square feet of opulence. I say 4 levels. This house is 4 complete levels so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, I got stuff I need to do. I got to get to the post office and grab some mail. Today is Tuesday, June. I don't know why I keep saying January. I looked at June. Today is Tuesday, June 20th. The year is 2023, and I am about to proceed with getting these packages, get stuff ready in there, get to the post office. I'm out of here. I look forward to reading you all's comments. And tell me what you think. Are you looking at buying a house? Would you renovate a house over here in Smoke Rise? Would you buy a home that you know that was worth? Would you buy a house for $500,000 that you know might be worth about $1 million after you finish the renovation? Something to think about. Would you sell it? Would you stay in it? A lot to think about. Tuesday, June 20th, the year is 2023, and I'm out.